Hey y'all, it's Monica here. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, I heard that little girl say that on the YouTube. My granddaughter been saying that forever. Before we get started, click that Skype button, turn on notifications, and give me a huge thumbs up. Please. Because I can't do live videos unless y'all like me. So, like me. It was so dark when I first started walking. It ain't dark no more, but it was so dark. I ain't lying. I know that's been a joke for years, but I literally scared the shit out of me. My shadow, I seen someone black walking up behind me. I'm jumping. I was like, God damn, Monica. Oh, shit, I don't like the dark. I'm scared of the dark, y'all. Terrified. I wonder if something happened to me when I was little in the dark. Got me so fucking scared. You know, shit you be burying shit. Back in your mental, trying to forget shit happened, and then it'll pop up in your head later and make you lose your mind. Every day I ask God. I had this raggedy ass boyfriend. He used to tell me all the time, well, all I do is he was raggedy still, though, even talk to God. A lot of raggedy people talk to God. But he used to say, all I do is ask God to keep me a strong mind, because I don't ever want to lose my mind. Ever since then, I've been doing it. I asked for God to keep me a strong mind, and I asked to keep me covered, to protect me. And I feel protected. Besides that, I live in a state where I don't need no restraining order. So if you get near me, and I don't want you near me, I have the right to just blow your fucking face off. Just back up a little bit. Give me 50 feet. It's I don't know, got my black tea again. She said, Kiana stays on my ass about this damn caffeine, no matter if it's in coffee or tea. Don't drink caffeine every day. For me, it's bad for my thyroid. Coffee is bad for my thyroid. Every damn thing is bad for my thyroid. I think my thyroid got out of whack when life started happening to me. Things started happening because I thought I was on top of the world. For real. Oh no, I wasn't Scarface. But I felt like I was. But as life started happening to me, I bought me a mini mansion in Georgia. I started losing that. And my mom, she started deteriorating. I didn't know that's what that was because she didn't tell me. My sisters and brothers, they didn't tell me. But there was little things that was being said, and I felt bad that I couldn't be there. Because I just didn't have the money. I started losing my house. And at that time, yeah, I should have came home. I should have. But my 16-year-old baby. My 16-year-old baby. Man. He made a mistake. That's what I call it, growing pains. He was going through some growing pains because his intent, I don't believe it, I never will believe it. He got a heart of gold. He made a mistake hanging out with some boys much older than him. And that ripped my heart out. That's where this thyroid started, I believe. It says thyroid is caused by stress. A certain amount of stress that comes to your body. It can't be reversed. You have to start taking hormones for the rest of your life. And it causes all these bad things that goes on inside of your body, your organs, your stress level, your anger level, your mental state, your energy, your kidneys, your liver, your weight gain. I mean, it's like your whole body function comes from thyroid, caused by, for me, stress. And it first started when my baby left me. This raggedy ass judge. Raggedy ass nigga too. I just want to make an example out of him. An example? An example? Oh my God. Don't you know I raised these babies by myself? They need structure. They need guidance. He needs a big brother. Can you find him a big brother? Man. Do we have to send him to the penitentiary, nigga? 16 years old. Sent my baby to the penitentiary. Grown ass fucking men. Grown ass niggas. Not even some diversity. Just big old niggas. You know how much that took the life out of me. Whoa. My little scrawny little light-skinned little baby. Oh, shit. In Columbus, Georgia. You pick all the people to make an example out of my son. Yeah. Not some ruthless thug. This little baby lost because his mama ain't shit. Or half the shit, or whatever. I was so scared for my baby. In there with them grown ass men. I thought about it every day. I stressed every day. And then I had this raggedy nigga, the same raggedy nigga that said, the same one. Guys, just ask God to keep me a strong mind. We all moved to Georgia. He says, I'm going back to Washington for a week. That nigga come back 6 months later for a week and just kept doing the shit till I lost my house. So when he would be far away, his insecurities had him yelling at me like I'm a child, going off, accusing me of things I ain't doing. I mean, his insecurities kicked my ass. And at this time, I don't have the knowledge that I have now. I didn't know how to deal with him. And I allowed his insecurities to put so much stress in my brain. That's when that light bulb went off. That's when I remember the day. I'll never forget it. He's yelling so hard, and then it felt like a tiny little needle. That's why I call it the light switch, because I really felt it. And I still feel it. It's this tiny little needle in the middle of my brain. It felt like, even though the pin of it was like a regular needle, it must have been, or it felt like it was like a really long ass needle. And somebody was holding it with a hammer and took that hammer and went bang! And then it caused all this friction, like electricity, to like spread out throughout my brain. And then everything just became piercing. Everything. From then on, from that day on, is when I could not tolerate loud noises anymore. Arguing, raising your voice at me raising any of that stuff, anything. It just was too much for my brain. But that's when I feel like I fucked my thyroid up. That was it. Ever since that day, I got on my knees. I was so tired of him in my ear. I was so tired of that nigga in my ear. I got on my knees, which I rarely do. I pray all the time, like I pray all day long. I don't have no set time. Middle of the day, 15 times a day, 1 time a day, before I sleep, whatever. But when I pray, I very seldom get on my knees. But this day, in Atlanta, Georgia, in my house, $250,000 house that I'm losing, somebody yelling at me over the phone. My mom is slowly dying. My son, 16 years old, goes to the penitentiary. My 19-year-old daughter gets pregnant and moves out. I'm not making money. I was selling illegal weed at the time. Didn't know what I was gonna do because I wanted to stop. So I got on my knees and I said, God, please. And I grabbed my hand so tight. Because when you really mean it, He give you what you ask for. For real. Sometimes even when you don't mean the shit. Because words are very powerful. They ain't got to be strong, but when they are strong, He gonna give it to you. I found that out. So, I'm on my knees. Lord, help me. Help me. Good morning. Motherfucker didn't say hi to me. Fuck you. They don't like me in my neighborhood. Some people speak and some people don't. This is a bitch with this thing on her head. Looking all crazy in my neighborhood. Anyway, I got on my knees. I asked God, help me change my life. I want to start my life all over again, Lord. Just please. I can't do this anymore. Tell me what to do. I just want to start my life all over again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, Lord, please make a man out of my son. I couldn't give him the things that he needed as a man. Please, please make a man out of my son. Give him what he needs. I did all that. I prayed for him to be safe, no one ever touch him, to cover him. I did all that. The next thing I know, I was free. So I thought, but that thyroid sent my body in a direction. Yeah. Sent my body in a direction. And at that time, I was dancing. I quit. I didn't know where my money was gonna come from because I was making a lot of money dancing, paying the bills. That's why I started losing my house. So I didn't know making illegal, selling illegal weed, and dancing, I was making money. When I started losing my house and all this stuff started happening, I didn't know where my money was going, so I went right back to cutting hair. Okay. And because I promised God that I was going to do the right thing, start my life all over, He'd give me another chance to do this all over again. That I would never do anything illegal. I would respect my body to the fullest. I would always do the right thing. Take out all that cursing. I ain't really no bad person, but whatever the little things that I was doing, that was selfish. And against God, I promised Him I would never do it again, and I haven't. I ain't done nothing. I'm a good girl now. Yes, I is. But that's where it started. All the stress. So I didn't know I had a bad thyroid. Found out after I moved back home to Washington. And it was years later. Not that many years. I guess about 4, maybe 5 years later, I found out I had this bad thyroid. But what the trip is, this thing with my son. Oh my God. Well, I got 2 sons. I don't like talking about my babies. Something happened to me, anything happened to me, they chopping heads off, especially my oldest boy. We have a funny love connection, but I love him and he loves me. We respect each other, but I know if something that was going to happen to me, he'd chop somebody's head off for me. Because he was hurting when he came into my life. So I don't want to talk about him because he's a sensitive subject. All my kids are. I've never been one of the moms that break out pictures and pulling on all these pictures. Look at my kids. No, stay the fuck away from my kids. You don't need to be looking at them. They don't need to be in the car with you. They don't need to be going nowhere with you. No, none of that. But my baby boy, I remember, here I go with this shit again. Excuse me. When my baby boy, lost my train of thought. That happens too a lot. I remember I was so mad at myself for keep forgetting things. And my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter said, Mama, she's about 10 or 11 years old. Mama, you shouldn't beat yourself up. I forget things all the time. I forget where I put my pencil, my key. I forget things all the time. And from that day forward, I quit beating myself up about my memory. Although it is, there are things that affect your memory. But I quit beating myself up about it because it is 10-year-old saying she forgets stuff all the time. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I got millions of information in my head. And some stuff be in the back burner. So when I talk and drift off from that topic, it's a possibility I might not know how to get back. I think I was saying my kids, they're a sensitive subject, yeah. And I don't like really getting all into them because I get real defensive about my baby. Even when they grow, these grown ass people with kids and everything. I was talking on the phone one time. Yeah, I was talking to my son. Somebody walked up to me and said, who you talking to? I said, my son. He said, what y'all talking about? What kind of grown ass man asks you while you're on the phone what you talking about? That was the craziest shit I ever heard. I said, what the fuck? And he gonna giggle. Yeah, I know you just did not ask me that. I just turned my head like I didn't even hear you. You'd ask me about my goddamn kids. Ask me shit about my kids. Ask me shit about my kids. I ain't hardcore, I ain't no fighter, I ain't none of those things. None of them. But there's some topics that can set me off that I bet anything in me, I bet you. I've seen me mad before. A couple of times. So I bet anything in me that I'll be a headhunter over my babies. This is what kept me going all these years. All my grandkids. Mama. Yeah. That's what kept me going. You have to find something to look forward to. Got to. If you feel like there's nothing that you don't have nothing, no reason to live. There's nothing that makes you happy. There's something. Shit, you hear. You hear. You're in paradise. You're in a place right now where you're put on this earth to help other people. We're all connected. Don't y'all know that? I'm connected to y'all right now. Y'all is what's keeping me going. I'm on day 7. I'm on day 7, y'all. I don't even think I had ever done those straight 7 days. I've been up and down on this for a year and a half. For real. a real year and a half. No, it's almost 2. February is when I cut my hair. So year and a half. And if it wasn't for y'all, I'm telling you, I would not be moving. Because I done 4 days, quit for 2 months, go back for 3 days. That's how I first started a year and a half ago. I walk for 3 days and then quit for a month. I walk for 2 days, quit for 2 weeks. I walk for 4 days and quit for a week. You feel me? I kept doing that. And then when we moved here, it just stopped abruptly because that move was something else. So I did a few months, almost a year without doing anything. So still on and off. Still on and off, up and down. You know what it's like, this depression of mine? It's like, you know how when the light bulb is barely screwed in and then it starts flickering and then sometimes it'll stay on for a long time and then it goes back to flickering in and out, up and in and out. In. That's what my life is like, my brain with this depression. In and out, just like a light, like that light bulb that's barely pushed in there. So I talk to y'all and detox and drink all these healthy foods and drink water and walk. I do all these things naturally so that that light bulb can just go all the way screwed in and just stay the fuck on. That's what it feels like. Otherwise it's just flickering. That's what my brain feels like. I ain't taking no medicine. I am not. I'm gonna tell you why. I ain't never been no pill popper though, really. Once a month I take me and a leave or whatever. Then I found out them things, if you take too many of them, damage your liver. So I ain't do that. So when I first moved back home, it wasn't when I first, I think I let a year or two go by. And this was during the first 3 years of my mom's death. I quit talking. I just shut it down. Whoop. Mute. Man. And one day, I think I was moving so slow and started talking, not talking to nobody. I got up and I went to the doctor. I just started crying as soon as I sat there. She said, what are we here for today, Monica? Tears would start pouring out of my eyes. I'm 100 pounds overweight. I'm tired of feeling like all of these things that are affecting my mind, body, and soul. I was sick of it. I was so sick of it. I've never been heavy. The first 40 years of my life, I've always been a size 8. Always been healthy, walk around with gallons of water, staying on the treadmill. Now I'm 100 pounds overweight. I don't talk to anybody. And I'm drinking a pint of vodka every single day. I'm sick of it. I go to the doctor. What can we help you with, Monica? I'm tired of feeling like this. I named all the symptoms. Then she asked me about symptoms. These fucking raggedy ass sidewalks, man. Texas, it floods, so the sidewalks are so messed up. They don't even drive old school cars out here because the cement on the sidewalks and the street is so damaged. And they can't fix it. Well, I think it would cost too much money to fix. I think, ain't like I talk to anybody. It would cost too much money to fix because it'll go right back doing the same damn thing. So I'm talking to the doctor. And as she's asking me questions, then she says, well, you're depressed. I said, oh, okay. Here, we'll take some more tests and run your blood and we'll check everything out and I'll call you in a couple days. But she gave me some depression pills. I took one pill And I said, whoa, what the fuck is this? What is this? I can't even describe what it made me feel like. But I felt like if I kept it on up, like how she suggested that I do, that I would be a zombie, worse than what I was. Even though she said it was gonna make me better, I didn't feel like that. I felt like it was reconstructing something in my brain. I felt it. I felt stuff moving. I felt it tightening. I felt it. Oh, I felt it. I didn't like that shit. I did not like it. I didn't like that at all. I don't know what was in that stuff. So I threw them, I didn't even put them down. I threw them depression pills away. It won't be me. So when she called me back, go to the doctor, call me back. She says, well, you have a bad thyroid. You have to take hormones for the rest of your life. And I said, the rest of my life? I said, okay, well, this little old tiny ass pill ain't gonna hurt. And can't eat food with it and all that kind of stuff. But I've never been consistent on taking the hormones, and it's been 10 years since I've been diagnosed. And I just don't. I'll take it for a few months, I feel better, and then I'll quit taking them for months. I've been up and down with it, just like that. Like, I just ain't no pill person. She asked me, was I still taking the depression pills? And I said, you think I'm depressed too, even with the thyroid? And she said, yes. And I just ignored her about them pills. I wasn't doing them. It altered me. And if them hormones would have altered me in the same way, I wouldn't have took them either. But I ain't took none in a year, and I don't plan on it. I ain't telling nobody what to do with their life. I'm telling you what I did. This journey is about me and what I'm doing. I am not at all telling you that you should not take pills. But I don't. I am not taking no synthetic nothing. I'm going to eat vegetables and fruit, drink water, walk for the rest of my life so that I could stay healthy. That's what I'm going to do. So I recently researched about all these different foods. I think I told y'all that me and Kiana, we go through things that we learn. Well, this happened. And we didn't plan it like that. Just every time we hear something that we never heard before about our nutrition and things like that, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to walk this, but I'm going to go ahead and take my ass in. It's about time. I like being at work early on Saturday. But it's the first of the week of the month. And so I'll be at work on my board time, and I'm sure she'll be whatever board time she got, and then we go research unconsciously. It ain't like we planned it, like I said. And as we find out information, even through my customers, we'll talk about, well, guess what happened? This happened. This, I found out this. And so we found out that celery is a huge healer for thyroid. Celery. So I've been trying to dedicate myself to drinking. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. Knock this one. Is that one over there? Maybe it's one more. Celery is a huge healer for thyroid. So they were on sale for $1, and I chopped them all up. And some I left in the refrigerator. They didn't turn colors. I'm still gonna use it though. It's still good for you. Put it in water in the refrigerator. Celery lasts forever if you just leave it in water. Chop it up, put it in the freezer. But it's a huge healer for thyroid. So I'm gonna dedicate myself to making my own celery juice and drinking it every single day. And live. That's gonna be my medicine, not hormones, and then other fruits and vegetables that are a health benefit to me and all of my organs. That's all I eat. And I crave stuff too, but for the most part, 90% of what I eat is for healing. I Googled what foods will do this, what foods, or exactly what I said in Google was, what are the health benefits of this fruit or vegetable? I started doing that when I created my skincare products. That's how it started. I found out that these fruits and stuff were good for your skin. It would tighten it. Cucumbers would tighten it. This would brighten it. This would make it this. That's how it started. So I really started digging and investigating when it came to my health. So that's how I eat. I'll Google, well, what are the health benefits of beets? Beets are good for your heart. They do this, they do that. They have these many vitamins. It brings energy. Because they do teach you that in school. But what they don't teach you, or what they do, is that pills will heal you. Synthetic pills will heal you. So they don't put emphasis on, like, this is just an example, beets. They'll tell you to eat beets because they're good for you. They're on the pyramid. Vegetables, bread is on the bottom, I think, and vegetables, dairy and meat is at the top. Those are the worst things to eat. And I'm talking about the pyramid from when I grew up. Then I think I'm gonna turn back around because I can't stand when there ain't no sidewalks. But starting to get cold. My hands are starting to get cold. But beets, for instance, if it says beets are good for your heart, then you're not supposed to just take when you fix your plate, let's just say you go out to eat, and you put 3 pieces of chicken on your plate. You put more than a handful of rice, gravy on top of your rice, and you got a handful of, let's just say a couple pieces of cornbread, and you got 2 or 3 beets. Because you don't like them or whatever. But the vegetables is the smallest thing you got on your plate. Listen, the vegetables is the smallest thing you got on your plate. But what it's supposed to be is your vegetables are supposed to be the most on your plate. The portion that you have for your meat should be the portion you have for your vegetables. The meat should be the smallest portion on your plate, or none at all. For real. Rice should be just as small, but then beets should be the most thing. That is what is going to heal your heart. I ain't never done beets, but I'm just only giving you an example. Okay, we'll do carrots. Oh no, let's see. We'll do my celery. Instead of, if you're like me, you have a thyroid problem, right? You don't just put a piece of celery or 2 or 3, or eat celery and peanut butter, 5 sticks in a little Glad baggie and think you're doing something to heal your thyroid. That's not, it might be doing something, but it's too slow because you're eating all this other shit. So you have to overindulge in whatever it is that you found out that will heal that part of your body. If you found out that kidney beans will heal your body, eat them fucking kidney beans every day. My thyroid, because of my thyroid, my celery, I will make celery juice a big ass cooler. I'll take 1 to 2 celery stalks, not sticks, the whole stalk. Chop it up, put it in a blender or a juicer or boil it. Either way, it's still 2 full stalks, maybe even 3 sometimes if they're on sale. Make juice out of it, put it in a Kool-Aid container, and I would drink that within 3 days. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But I'd rather do that instead of take pills. I don't want to take no synthetic pills. And the celery juice, not only is it making me healthy, it flushes my system. it makes the inside of my stomach feel like I do not have all that food sitting inside of me. And that's what all that is, that colon cancer is from when you do not flush your system. Men, it's large in men because all they want to do is scarf meat down their throat, all these starches and stuff, and they don't eat enough fruits and vegetables that will flush their system. You have to flush, you have to detox, you have to get that stuff out of your intestines. You know, like when you drive in a car and all that oil or whatever it is that's built up, and they keep telling you, you need to get an engine flush, you need to get an oil flush, you need to get a radiator flush, and then you don't get it and then your car messes up. It's the same thing with your body. You have to flush your system, people. So, not only is the celery good for my thyroid, it has full with lots of water, which is good for your body because your body is made up of 70%, and so you need the water. And because I don't drink a lot of water, as much as I should, I preach a gallon, but I probably drink about a half a gallon. Then the celery is good for that part of my water. It's also good for flushing my systems. No, I do not have the runs all day long, no matter what kind of juice I make, fruits and vegetables I make. I just don't. I'm good at work. I pee a lot because of the water that I drink, but it's not because I have to use the bathroom from my flushing. That usually happens early in the morning when I wake up. 9 times out of 10, I'm not running. Everything flushes in the morning. It's so nice because I feel so light in the morning after eating all that I ate the day before, or all little or whatever. So it's good for 3 reasons for me. And it's the same with other fruits and vegetables. So if you got whatever's going on inside your body, you should really go to the doctor and check and see what exactly is going on with you. I've had so many people tell me, my doctor said I'm fine. I do not have to drink water. I don't like the taste. Or my doctor said I'm fine. Or we're going to die from something anyway. I mean, y'all be saying some dumbass shit. Man, God put you on this earth. It's a gift. Don't you know life is a gift? Act like it. Life is a gift. The least you can do is show God your appreciation. Take care of yourself. Come on, man. Take care of yourself. Give back. Drink the water. Eat the fruits and vegetables. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. If you don't have insurance, they have a clinic in your town, I can guarantee you. They got a free clinic somewhere. They'll go by your income. If you ain't got the money, lie one time and say, I ain't got no money. And you could pay $25 or whatever the minimum is in your town and get your blood checked. Get your mental state of mind checked. See what the hell is going on inside of your body. Don't neglect that. If I would have never went to crying to that doctor, I would never know that I had a thyroid. I would have been thinking that I was just depressed and let this stuff go. I'm not telling what would have happened to me. Get it checked out. Once you know what is wrong with you, then eat the vegetables and the fruit that will heal those particular problems, but overindulge in it. And don't be stupid, because I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you exactly how to do it. You have to have common sense. You know, like being diabetic. You can heal yourself from diabetes. You can. I don't give a fuck how far along you are. You can. And if the doctor says don't eat certain things like raisins, then don't eat them. Don't eat them. If you can only have 5 grapes, only eat the 5 grapes. But whatever fruits and vegetables you can have, that will help with diabetes. Overindulge. Overindulge. Fuck the taste. Man, fuck the taste. You think I like drinking fucking lemons? You think I like drinking celery? Just the thought of it sounds disgusting. Come on, y'all. That shit sounds so nasty. And it is. Sometimes I put honey in stuff. But for the most part, I just drink that nasty shit. I done got so familiar with the taste. I don't want nothing else. I think I would throw up if I went to go drink Minute Maid. That Minute Maid used to be the best. I raised my kids on it when I made them. I quit buying Kool-Aid when they were teenagers. And when I quit buying it, Minute Maid, it was our favorite. If I tried to drink one of them, the purple or red bottle of that stuff, I think I would throw up. I couldn't even sip it. Because the chemicals in it, the sugar that's in it, everything that's in it, my body couldn't take it. And even though I sneak off and eat cookies or whatever, just certain things that I'm guessing that there's just certain things that my body just don't want, you know? You get used to it. You get used to that nasty taste.